Hey guys, and welcome to this week's reading vlog. We are kicking off the 5th week, of the magical readathon. Updates since last week. I finally finished Scrappy Little Nobody. I finished that last night, and I'm gonna give it like a 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't great. I didn't love the bits about Anna Kendrick's child actor life, but the rest of it did get more interesting, so I'm so grateful for that, because once we got like the ball rolling about like her adult life and about like award shows and like Hollywood, it got way more interesting. I wouldn't recommend, it definitely would not be one that I'd pick up again. If you're going to read it through the audiobook, because she narrates it and her inflections and how she says things, and I mean, it's just, she's an actor, so it works for actors to read their own memoirs if they are worth their salt. So I still really like her as an actress. I just didn't love her book. I'm still waiting for something to top Lauren Graham's. So I finished that one. I wanted to dive at you guys because that could technically be for my S as well. I had a prompt that I had to read a book with an S in it, and I did read Sarah's scribbles, but it's called Adulthood is a Myth, so I didn't know if that was kind of cheating. But Scrappy Little Nobody definitely started with an S. So I'm officially caught up on all my prompts, and I thought I would go through, and after editing again last week's read through, we're gonna do the abridged version. It looks like everybody is going home for a long weekend, and I need to choose what I'm gonna do at the party. So I'm either going to dance to the Weird Sisters, play a game of Gobstones, or sneak in a butterbeer. I'm choosing Sneak in a Butterbeer for my option, and now it is having me enter the castle. So it says, in chapter 4, which of the following has happened to you? I followed the spiders, I met Fox, Dobby sent a bludger after me. So I met Fox, and we are at my reading prompt. It says, read a book from the topmost shelf, either your own or one from the library. So I am heading to Myrtle's bathroom. In chapter 3, have you chosen to cheer Moaning Myrtle up during Nick's death day party? Did I? I did not cheer Moaning Myrtle, which I'm sure is not going to help me in this. So we're gonna hit no. So it just says your prompt. It doesn't say reading prompt, but it says, tweet and share a little funny story about one time that you had to really laugh at yourself with hashtag making Myrtle laugh. Okay, so it says, in chapter 3, did you discover that you can speak parcel tongue? I don't think so. Again, I'm gonna have to check the tapes. Okay, so I'm gonna gather that we would have figured out that I speak parcel tongue if I would have gone to the dueling club. So I didn't go to the dueling club, so I'm gonna say no. Perfect. It says your reading prompt, read the first book you think about. So my first book is the one that I need to read, which is the Fix Her Up book. That is Gabby's book. I'm gonna hit completio again. We are entering the Chamber of Secrets. Okay, so it's either I go left or I go right. I'm right-handed, usually. I'm gonna go right. The button I have to push on says, well, crap. It just says, who are you here with? Dobby, by myself, a rooster. Well, something you guys probably don't know is snakes are my biggest fear. And I'm terrified. I'm terrified of snakes. But also, I'm afraid of chickens / roosters from an unfortunate farm incident when I was younger that makes me afraid of them. So I'm gonna go with Dobby. Your reading prompt, read a book that has a sword on the cover. Okay. There is other one. I definitely have, I'm thinking of one, but there's gotta be more. I just let Elle's magic guide me. How cute. So I like this like turn of events where Dobby's the hero, and he says, elves know a lot, sir. The wizard's kitten. I know, the cat's got a bad rap in the movie too. So it says, elves know a lot, sir. The wizards just never ask. So ask Dobby to take you 3 back to the castle. In this storyline, Dumbledore has set Dobby free. And that is the end of it. So I have 3 prompts. I have the first book I thought of. I have the book from my top shelf, and then a book with a sword on it. So we shall go find those items. So after looking at my shelves here, so on the top shelf, here are my options. I need to read this one for the book club. So this has to get done, and this is kind of a chunky book. But for the prompts, this is actually sitting on my top shelf, and it has a dagger. This is an older book, but I've heard a lot of like raving things about it. So there's that option. Oh, I wonder if there's gotta be a Deadpool with a dagger on it, right? That would be easy to read. Nothing. Dagger. Or sword. So I could read Deadpool the Duck. Oh, I could read Wonder Woman. She definitely has a sword. I don't know if that counts. Yeah, there's little tiny daggers on there. I don't know the difference between a dagger and a sword and what counts when it does it. Gwenpool uses guns. I read a lot of violent stuff. I'm just now realizing that. These are all of my unread graphic novels. Another little sword. So I think I'm actually going to change my mind, even though I do want to get to that one. I think I'm going to do Wonder Woman, since that has full-on sword. So that one is going to be on my docket, since I already have other things to read. So that's being added to my TBR. Hey guys, and welcome back to another vlog. Don't mind my hair. It is January 1st, 2020. And I thought I would update you guys for this reading vlog. I just got off of work. It's about 10 p.m. and I haven't done much reading, to be honest. I already updated you that my reading for this week is going to be gold for Wonder Woman, that volume 1, and Fix Her Up, which is my Gabby book. And then I do have a few other ones that I need to get to after that. But those are the ones for the winter magical readathon prompt. But I am listening to an audiobook because my audiobook finally came out. I've been on hold for like 4 or 6 weeks. So it's finally in, and I'm very excited because I loved the first one, and this ended up being like the perfect New Year's book to listen to just to get in that right mindset. So Rachel Hollis's book, Girl Stop Apologizing, is like finally in my library. So I've been listening to this. I am about an hour and a half in, so I only have like just under 6 hours left to go, and it is so good so far. Like when I want a personal growth, self-help type of book, this is what I'm looking for. I highly recommend the audiobooks. I don't know how it is physically reading, but I tend to like personal growth books read to me, so I highly recommend it. She is the one, I believe, who reads it. She talks like she reads it, but I really enjoy her books. She's very relatable, she's very motivating, and that's like perfect for New Year's Day. So I don't really have any like New Year's resolutions. I did set my Goodreads goal to 50 again. I ended last year with 71 books, which is pretty good. It's not my highest, it's not my lowest, I don't think. I mean, I'm sure before I started tracking it was much lower back then. But I wanted to update you guys that I'm listening to that. I'm really enjoying that. So that is what I'm going to do for a little bit tonight. I'm going to put that on and listen to it. It's talking about like going out and making time for your goals and making them happen. You're not going to just miraculously find this time. You've got to set time aside and make it happen and dedicate time to it. And it's just really good so far, and I'm really enjoying it. So I picked up a new planner. I just got this at Barnes & Noble because they're 50% off right now. So I mean, hey. And this one's really cute. It's got like all like different flowers throughout it back there, and it's just like a simple planner, but I really like this one. So I'm gonna sit down and plan some stuff out and listen to that book because I'm really enjoying it. So that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night, and then hopefully I'm gonna pick up Fix Her Up for a little bit tonight as well because I need to get on that. So that is my update, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it is Thursday now. Actually, technically it is Friday because it's 1:30 in the morning, and I wanted to update you guys. So I was not intending to do this, but I picked up a book that screamed one of my friends, and I was like, okay, he needs to own this. He is a big horror movie buff. I've briefly mentioned him in passing on this channel as well, and he is who I go to for like horror things and some of my comic book stuff for my DC world. But I am hanging out with him tomorrow, and I have been meaning to pick up this book for him, so I decided to finally pick it up. As soon as this came into the store, I knew I was going to buy it for him, and it was How to Survive a Horror Movie. So he is a huge horror movie and horror book fan, and this one I like it's in my humor section, but just the fact that it's How to Survive a Horror Movie is fantastic. And so I was flipping through this just at the like funny pages, and I was so intrigued that I just kept going. And then so I was just like flip through a page and like read a bit, and it's funny because it's in the humor section. And then I just like started reading and didn't stop, and it's like 3 hours later and I've now finished the book. So I've just finished this one, and I'm gonna give it to him, and I'm totally gonna tell him that I've like just sat down and binged it, and I just like was compelled to read the whole thing. I was reading it out loud, so I'm a little hoarse. And it was so good. I'm rating it like a 4 to 5 stars. This is officially my first book finished of 2020, and I'm so glad that it was this one because this is so like entertaining. So this is for horror movie fans who can recognize the tropes. There is a lot of references in here throughout it. Even one, like I'm not a horror movie person at all, but I caught a lot of the references because they're very well known. And it pokes fun at like the tropes, and it's very sarcastic and hilarious. Like it's great. So if I just like flip to like literally any page, let's choose this one. This particular page is talking about how to survive a cemetery. And then on this particular page it says number 6, shoot first. Never bother asking questions. If something moves, shoot it. Either you've just dropped a zombie that was headed toward the smell of your tasty brains, or you've killed an innocent old lady laying a wreath on her husband's grave. Either way, give yourself a pat on the back. You did the right thing. Bury her, burn the wreath, and sleep well, knowing it's better to be wrong than dead. The whole damn book is like that. It's so funny. It's very my sense of humor, sarcastic and dry. Like it's such a like entertaining, good read that is so enjoyable. I can't wait to give this to him. I think he's gonna get a kick out of this. So this is my first read. I recommend it if you guys are fans of, I think this would be perfect to read in October, of like everybody watching horror movies and like you can like poke fun at it. I think this would be such a good Halloween read. So I really enjoyed it, and it's really cheap. Like it's $14.99 for this book, and it only took me like 3 hours because it's 170 pages or something like that. Yeah, but it's such a good time, and it's, I mean, because it's super tiny and it's so fun. And then like in the appendix is a list of the top horror movies that you should see according to the writers, which is the producer of It, Seth Grahame-Smith. I don't know. And then the forward is by Wes Craven, who did Saw? Oh, he did Scream. I'm not a horror movie buff at all. So that's my update. I'm done talking about that. I have read a little bit more in Fix Her Up, which I'm having fun reading through. I'm not necessarily loving the dynamic, but I'm having fun annotating and reading through because this is the one I'm sending to Gabby. So a lot of this is like a bit too tropey for me, to be honest. I have been annotating a decent chunk, let's see. Every time I want to show you guys like how much I'm annotating, you guys can never see. But a lot of it's like, he let out a breath he didn't know he was holding, and I just wrote no. And like different quotes that I like, I'll like underline it. Like there's a part that says, "Stop clutching your pearls, grandma." Not actually spoken to grandma. Like there's like other comments I've written in here too. Some of the questionable romantic tropes, and I don't know. The character is not super likable, the like romantic interest in this, and I want to like the girl, but she's can be a little bit annoying and mopey. So, but I'm like having a fun time reading it. I just don't know if I'm like buying into it. So I'm on page 54 of this, and it's really easy to fly through. And my audiobook that I've been listening to is still Girl Stop Apologizing. I am now just under 3 hours into this, so I've got 4.5 hours left of the book. I'm still really enjoying it. It's really invigorating and motivating, and I just really like Rachel Hollis's book. I think she's gonna be like an auto-buy author for me, for her self-help books, because I really enjoy that type of motivation. It's kind of like a kick in the pants motivational books of being like, you deserve this just as you are type of thing, and you can achieve those things, and you just have to recognize that you deserve it, and that's the motivation that you need. I just really enjoy it. So this is getting a bit long, so I actually have tomorrow off, so I'm gonna be probably finishing my audiobook tomorrow, and I'll get to more of Fixer Up. So that is my update, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, I wanted to update you guys. It is now Sunday. I'm not sure how much I even have like filmed, but I wanted to update you guys. So I just got home, been working all day, went grocery shopping, but I have some updates. So I started reading this last night. I've been reading a little bit before bed every night, but I started reading this last night, and I just like it heated up fast. So I just like started binging this, and I ended up reading super late at night. So I am on page 167, and I'm definitely having a lot of fun annotating this. This has, I think, this has 380, and I'm definitely having fun annotating this. I have quite a bit of the ways to go, but I am getting like a lot of annotations. I know I'm gonna kill myself with this type of shot, because it's like, you guys can't see what I have written all in it, like, at least not well, but I think you guys can. But I have a lot of different annotations in here, and I'm enjoying this for the most part. I'm not loving the main guy in it, which is kind of a drag, because you know, like, you want to have a swoon worthy when you're reading romance books. He can go back and forth between like being an asshole, but like there's a fine line, and he like steps over it a little too much, and so he is not quite my taste. But like it goes back and forth between like being like sweet about it or being an asshole. So I'm not like loving the guy, but it's a fun book. And same with the girl. Like, I'm not loving the girl because she can be a little bit whiny, and I just want her to like, you know, like step up and be like, don't take this shit. And she's starting to get there, but not fast enough for me. So she needs more sass. She needs to be able to like handle her own a little bit better, in my opinion. But I am enjoying this, so I'm reading along to this one. And then my audiobook that I am listening to is still Rachel Hollis. I have 1 hour and 25 minutes left, and I'm really enjoying this. She definitely like gives me motivation to like get shit done, and like she's very inspiring. The way that she reads her book, the way that her book is written, it's very relatable. She's very real in her books, which I appreciate. and instead of recycling the same old shit that you hear from like every other self-help book that like, this is how you should do it, she's like, this is how things are and it's not perfect and that's okay. And I really enjoy it, and this one is like perfect for New Year's resolutions, for motivating New Year's resolutions and getting like off to a good start type of thing, because it's very like how to set your goals and how to achieve them and things like that. So I'm really enjoying that one as well. And that is all my updates for right now. I really need to finish this audiobook because I need to start the next one for the Barnes Noble book club for my young adults book club, and that is Reverie, and it's only an 11-hour audiobook, and I have the books, so I'll follow along with it, but I need to get on that because our book club is on Friday. So that is this update, and I will check back in with you guys in the next clip. Hey guys, it is still Sunday. I know, I'm like completely changed, but it's because I've got into my editing mode, which means comfy sweatshirt and hat. And I realized after editing this vlog that I didn't read any of my, like I didn't finish any of my prompts for the Magical Readathon, and this is the end of my Magical Readathon. So I'm gonna sit down now that this video is edited, besides this clip here. I'm gonna read Wonder Woman, so at least I'll finish off like 2 of the prompts. Now I'd only have missed 1, and I will finish that book, I think probably within the next week. So I'm gonna sit down and read this, and I'll let you guys know what I think to finish that prompt, so this vlog was not a complete failure. So I'm planning on reading this one right now, and it's super late. I'm exhausted, so I'm hoping that I can like actually finish this, because it is almost 1 in the morning. And I finished Girl Stop Apologizing. I am rating that a 4 out of 5 stars. It's one of the better self-help books that I've read. She, I think, tops my list of self-help books that I relate to, that I like really enjoy. I think I may like the second one better, because the second one is definitely more goal oriented and how to achieve your goals, and like step by step and how to get there, and to be like a strong fulfilled woman in career settings. And I did read a review though that said once you recognize that she says girl or sister, like she says that a lot. Like if you were, you could make a drinking game out of that, which I do not recommend, because you would be severely intoxicated. But she says it a lot, and so that's the only thing that I would like tweak about it, because once you hear it, you can't unhear it, and that kind of sucks. But I really enjoyed her book, and I really enjoy the messages. The first one is definitely be who you are, be accepting of who you are, and this is definitely still in that same vein, but this is more, this is how you get what you want, and you deserve the dreams that you dream, and this is how you make them come true. And us as women tend to neglect that, and she talked to that, and how our dreams are just as important as anybody else's. So I really enjoyed that. I'm gonna sit down and read me some Wonder Woman. This is the first Wonder Woman thing I'm going to ever read, so we will see how I like it. I am so close, but I am definitely hitting a wall. I'm almost finished, but I am falling asleep sitting up reading this. So I'm going to finish this tomorrow and end this vlog tomorrow. So far I really like the art style in it. I really like the way the artist played different colors to evoke different emotions. However, the plot line is really hard to follow. Maybe that's because I'm sleepy, but the boxes jump around a lot, and it's hard to read and follow when they're jumping from different plot points. So I'm not loving that, and I'm not one who is well versed in the Wonder Woman knowledge and world. I've seen the movie and that's it. This is volume 1, and I thought this would be like a good jumping off point, but there's a lot of stuff that's being referenced that I have no prior knowledge to, and they're not giving any information for it. So that is my thoughts on Wonder Woman at the moment. I'm going to go to bed and wake up tomorrow, and I will finish this and update you guys, and then it'll be a new vlog. So I will see you tomorrow. Okay, quick and final update. It is the next day. I have finished Wonder Woman, and I'm gonna rate this like a 3 out of 5 stars. Like I said in my update last night, I enjoyed it. The art style is really pretty. I really like the way that they use the color schemes. The like artistic point of the graphic novel is great. Plot point, not so much.
Make it in.
No. And so it was kind of hard to follow, and I wasn't sure what was fully going on. So that's my update, and that's going to be the end of this reading vlog, and I will see you guys in my next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.